welcome to another art session. Gonna be finishing up this drawing here tonight. After that guy finishes coughing his lungs out. Good you didn't hear that. I'll hold on one sec. I'll just be doing some. I just want to work on the comic tonight. I think mainly. I mean, we'll see if I can start another one. I'll do more, but I think for now this is pretty good. So these two are a good start, and maybe I'll start work on the animatic tonight too. I can start doing some of the frames. These two are so. Sounds good to me. And then we can, yeah, just get some of that done tonight. Get some yeah, get some other stuff done as well. If I can get around the comic as well, that'd be wonderful. So, man, I got a blister from work today. Owie. Stupid. Whatever. Ugh. Sorry, one second. Oops. Oh, that would have been smart. So I hope everyone's been having a nice week. Today was kind of rough, but you know what? You can't win them all. So I'll just take it as a rare occurrence of a less than perfect day. But I think I'll be okay this weekend. I think I got plenty of fun things to do, so just want to send out some bat signals if I can. Anyway, one more place, and then I'll. Sorry, I just want to. What else has happened? If you weren't here on Wednesday, I mentioned I did get more work done on the VTuber. I'm hoping to finish it up. Well, hoping to finish up the head soon. I should say. I think that's going to be one of the hardest parts, honestly, because everything. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is only version 1, and I'm probably gonna I might have small updates to it, like I did with this guy, where I think 6 months into having this model, I upgraded this model 6 months into this, so I think I'm gonna do the same with my other one, where I'm just gonna kind of do some small visual effects updates to it after a few months, or maybe after 2 months or so. I'd love to be able to add in some magical effects on him, and my little wisp friend isn't in the model right now, so if I have to rush it out before I finish the wisp, I would probably have an update where he reappears, the blue cap little guy here. I keep calling him that because it's just a fun one. But Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. Sorry, just do one more place. I was trying to just. The problem with the only thing I need to figure out, or just what I should just do in the future, and maybe I'll even work on that some tonight too, possibly if I have time, is designing a like a weekly like a template for my weekly stream schedule, so that I don't have to do these like spur of the moment announcements. But yeah, so anyway, let's get to work. I I don't understand why I can't start up regular. Um, it's not letting me. I don't want this. Wish there was a no thanks button. Oh wait. Okay. Wait. Maybe that's what this is? Oh no, this is just this episode. So never mind. Oops. What is that? No. I'll figure it out later, you know what? Oops. Sorry, I don't mean to just. I apologize for not doing much in this last few minutes. I'm just trying to get things started up, and no one's arrived yet. So I figure now's a better time than later. So let me just see. Nope, still no. Wait, refresh chat. No. No. Huh. Sorry. Okay. Wonder why it did that. Anyway. Oh, that's a faster way of doing that than what I was going to do. Hello! Thanks for dropping in. I was just waiting for. Just that I'm working on this a little bit tonight, and then I'm gonna do some. Wait, hold on. I do? Ugh. That better? Um, hmm. Wait, still? Okay, because hmm. Filters. Sorry, I just gotta check this out. Um, uh, wait, why is it? Hmm. I'm gonna see something. For a good start, maybe I'll start work on the anime. I'm checking out the sound. Sorry if this is gonna be a little redundant. Filters. Sorry, I find. Okay, yeah, no, it was. I did kind of hear a reverb a little bit earlier, but it might have been maybe it was where the microphone was as well. It might not have just been the. It might not have just been like the fact that the microphone was set to the wrong setting. So. Right. For sure. I'm gonna do some warm ups just to get loosened up, hopefully. Hopefully today didn't mess up my hands too much. If it did, then I'm gonna have to try and put some ice on them. Because work was a little rough on my hands today, so I'm hoping it didn't do too much. It was just one of those days where like I had to like do a lot of like movement with my hand, and I really like cramped it up today, so it's a little bit sore still. Like my wrist is kind of. I'm gonna do some stretches right now, a little bit. I did a little bit when I got home, but I should have put some ice on it. I'm kicking myself. Oh well. Hope your week's been good. Mine started good. It's just today was just a really weird, like, rough end of the week. Like, I don't know what happened. It's just, well, I do know what happened, but I can't disclose what happened. Let's just say certain people at work are just purposely, like, sabotaging well, things just kind of fell apart, essentially. It was just a mess. So. Hopefully, and by that I mean like nothing critical. It just was a rough day. So. I'm beat. But I'm home and I get to do some work. Yeah. Yes. Sounds like we had a similar week. Do we have a meeting this weekend for the group? I didn't see anything, but I thought we were talking about that. Because I, s- I got a few more panels done last night for the storyboard, but I'm trying to do the cleanup a little bit more tonight and work on that side thing that Blue asked me to do. So. But I know she doesn't expect anything for right. At least I don't believe she expects anything right now because I still haven't gotten the notes back yet, which isn't a problem. It's because I'm not in a hurry as long as neither of you are. So okay, well then that means that's not bad either. That because I can then I can do what I like I said I can just work on the storyboards and I can finish up my I can continue work on my VTuber because I know Blue mentioned she wanted to work on hers, so or at least work on other things for hers because the model she released is that looks great. Yeah, I'm just so happy. I'm so impressed with what she got done with on that. Like the just the animation looks great. I'm sure I'm sure she probably wants to work more on the what it that backdrop for her character, which I haven't even thought of anything like that for mine. But there was a time when I thought I had like a rough idea, but I still haven't really thought of like anything for that yet. Maybe a what the best thing I could think of, and probably would make sense is a I would draw a library. Like he would have like a studio, like a place where he keeps all of his the knowledge that he's learned. So I'll have to put this up on Blue's Discord, but I just thought of this because I'm looking at a stock photo image, but not stock, a reference image. But ArtStation is having a sale today, or this is having their spring sale. And I'll have to put that up on her server so people who can look for that because it's really useful having like reference. Sometimes when I'm doing these warm ups, I'll keep the pose for my actual like drawing for the night if the reference is really good. Because sometimes I just like to use them for warm up, but I wish I'm gonna. I'm stuck. I don't. I'm having some technical difficulties, and I don't know if you know anything about this, but like the in Streamlabs Music, there's this new offer they have where it says like you can sign up for Song Trader's music, and there's no like option other than to do it. And I don't want to do it because it's, well, I did it first, but then it like all of a sudden now is like I'll click yes and then it'll just ignore me and just maybe if I do it, maybe I can only do it for one. Let me see. Nope, it doesn't do it for either. Like, I don't understand why I can't just click. I'm clicking all around this offer, and there's nothing to close this window so that I can just get back into the music. Yeah. Let me see if I can just do that right now really quick. Sorry, 1 second. Gotta find it again. Oops, I can spell. Or did they lose it? Maybe that thing got taken away from them. Because now I'm only seeing Pretzel and let's see, and Slipstream. Huh. No, I'm not doing that. Nope. No, I'm not. Nope. That is too expensive. Where's my... I heard my phone. Sorry. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, never mind. Just a text. Huh. Yeah, that might have been the case. What's Pretzel? Do. That's funny. Interesting. Oh, it's locked. Wait, what isn't locked? Sorry, I'm just excited. I have new playlists now. Because of, I just got Pretzel. I got the Pretzel thing. So I'm not paying for premium yet. Huh. Well, that's an idea for later. Sorry. I'll draw the ticket, I promise. Weird. How come it's... Wait. Really? I can do this? I don't know. Well, we're about to find out if I get DM'd, if, well... Yeah. Well, I hope this is okay. it's free and it's on Pretzel, which is an app that should. Wait. Sorry, 1 second. Well, we'll find out together. It'll be a fun. Wait, why is it on? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it should be. I mean, it's just an entire playlist that's like all, so it should be fine. What's Beaten Crate? Oh, those are, wait, those are locked. I thought those weren't locked. How did I get? I'm confused. Wait, there's a Final Fantasy one? Sorry. World of Warcraft is great, but yeah, these are. I think these are doctored. Because this isn't the band that did the original soundtrack. So I should be fine. Maybe we'll hear some Final Fantasy XIV music. I haven't actually listened to the soundtrack for that one yet. So, that'll be cool. Because they only make good... Like, I love... Like, all the stuff they do. Which is... It's hard to choose a favorite Final Fantasy, isn't it? Because, like, each one... has such strong music. Like, I think... Like, 8 had the most, like... That's still one of my favorites. Eyes on Me is still, like, one of those songs that's just really, like... a mood. But so is in Final Fantasy IX the Zidane's song when his friends stand up for him with the electric guitar. So, or like Saphir's song One Winged Angel in Final Fantasy VII. It's so hard to pick. Or oh, what's her name? I forget. It's been so long since I played 6, but the opera song in 6 is so pretty. Even the 16-bit version of it. I haven't heard too many soundtracks from that one, so I'd have to check them out, but... Do you mean 14? Or did you mean literally? Or do you actually like the soundtrack in the first game? I could understand either one. Hello, and thanks for dropping in. I'm just doing some warm-ups. I'll do one more and then I'll get to work on my characters. We're just talking about Final. I got this new MP3 player for my stream OBS because apparently the one I was using more before doesn't work. So. Okay, you mean the original. Sorry. Yeah. No, that's cool. I can't remember. I'll have to go and look them up. I've heard some of the songs from the original, but I never actually played the original. I didn't honestly. 7 was my first Final Fantasy because it was the first one that you could play on the computer. And we bought it. Man, that was do you remember when games had really weird game boxes? Final Fantasy VII's game box for the PC was like a trapezoid or something. It was this just really weird shape where it like had like a really narrow top and a wide bottom, and it was just so it didn't fit on any shelf 100% right. It was meant for display, like you were a bragging rights kind of thing. But I'm like, no one cares that you own this. They care if you beat it. Telling your friends how the final battle goes is far more important than what the box looks like. Even back then. They were trying that for a while, where they were just making these really weird boxes because they thought that it would help sell the games. But then you would just throw out the box. I can't think of any that I really ever wanted to save. Like, I think that I wish that they had gone the aluminum route earlier, because like I think that was aluminum, but like the casing for 12 was actually really nice. It was a metal case, and it had a really nice like sheen to it, and they painted right on the metal, so it had this like really nice look to it. Too bad the game inside. Yeah. Nah, I kid. I was gonna say too bad the game that game itself wasn't as memorable as the box, but that's just me throwing fake shade at that game. My only beef with 12 is I think they were trying to do too much. They had just released the 11 and were still like hype on the whole like multiplayer kind of arena based game. So they tried to make 12 have the same kind of like combat system. And the combat system was great. I loved it. Being like some of those monster fights were so exciting. But the problem wasn't that at all. It was the characters. They forgot to write story for the characters. So you have like Lady Ash, who could be a really cool character, but I'll be honest, other than her being at war, I forget her entire story. I don't remember what her problem was at all. Like, Yuna from Final Fantasy X, I could tell you from beginning to end everyone's story. But 12, like, I know Balthier's father was involved in the, like, opposing army, And I know that oh gosh, what I'm blank. Her name's on the tip of my tongue. The Playboy Bunny girl. She's she was no, I'm kid. She was an actual bunny person. That's why I joke saying that calling her that. But she was she had a story too where she was like a daughter of this like warrior clan and she was trying to prove herself. And she joined Balthier because for reasons I can't remember why she joined him. Because he's not a warrior. He was like wasn't he like a Han Solo kind of guy, I think, if I remember right? I think that's what they marked him. They kind of played him off as. So, but this is what I mean, like, these characters are so cool, but their stories just aren't refined enough for me to remember them. Like, if I could just remember anything about any of them, like even I don't even have a favorite character in that game, really. I avoided using the kids because they were kind of underwhelming. But because like my party was usually like Balthier, and then like I think I had Lady Ash and that knight guy and someone else. But see, this is what I mean. Like, there's no character like Vivi or not even a Zidane kind of character in there. Cause like even like oh my gosh, 6 had so many great characters, and so did 4. I didn't get to play much of 5, but I was 5 the one with the no, that was 4. Cause there's I'm trying to remember which one had the twins who were children. I think that was 4, but that might have been either that was 4 or it was 3. Darn it, America, why did you have to make this so complicated? Like, I talked to my friends who played all the imports, and they're like, "Oh, your knowledge of the games is wrong." Like I'm not even trying to be mean. And I'm like, I know. We got. They made it so confusing when they Square or I can't remember what was it. Still Square Enix? No, it would have been SquareSoft. Yeah. I think SquareSoft was their first people, or did someone else have them before then? Yeah, that. Oh, and I just did you see any of the Nintendo Direct yesterday? Was that yesterday? I think so. Or the no, the second. Cuz they had Bravely Default, which is a good game. But I got to say, I hate to say this, but seeing those characters bigger, I agree with I think it was, I can't remember whose stream it was. It might have been Doki who said this, but like someone who was saying like they're oh no, it was Mint. She said she was saying how like they're the bigger versions of the characters from Bravely Default makes them look not as good. And I agree. I highly suggest anyone who has a who still has a 3DS, like that game, Bravely Default was really good. I didn't never beat it, but I got pretty far in it, I think. And I like the fighting system. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I hate to to bring up another thing that I'm disappointed about because I usually try and be positive, but also the oops, one sec. I'm too big. Shrinking. Smaller. The Pokemon X no is it ZA? Game Freak, guys, do you need more artists? Because there's gotta be people who want to work for you. Like, at this point, Game Freak feels like Tecmo Koei, and don't get me wrong, I love Tecmo Koei games. Like, I'm currently playing through Dynasty Warriors again. But even I'm like, even I can see that like they really stick to their laurels and they don't really like upgrade their engine too much. And when they do, they sacrifice other aspects. Yeah, they have. I was watching that trailer for Pokemon. Guys, I have a great suggestion for you. Go back to the 2D art. Go back to making it look like a handheld game. No one, other than Arceus, none of the games have had any staying power because they're just derivative nothing. Like that look is so empty is the word I would use, because I've heard people say that. Empty is a good word to describe Pokemon games. Like, how is it that you made an open world game and you make it feel lifeless? It's like, and that's why I'm comparing them to the Tecmo Koei, because when they made their Dynasty Warrior game that was like open world, it was empty. Like, you would go into a field and there would be like 4 foxes there and like a horse and maybe some wolves, and you're like, guys, why did you need this to be open world? No one's asked you to make an open world game. That's not even what you're known for. And the same thing goes with them. I'm like, you could have we would have waited a little longer for a better game. Like, they were one of the only, I guess I'm only frustrated because usually when people get when a studio gets competition, they realize it's a sign they need to up their game. But instead, every time they get competition, they run to their daddy, Nintendo, and tell him how unfair the other kids are. And I'm like, guys, just make something better. It's not hard. It's like, you have a win and a much more like solid license than anyone else. Like, any of these other guys could be forgotten instantly if they would just listen to the fans. Like, I mean, look at what's competed with them. Pale World just does a few things that are such small leaps forward, but from a company that has done nothing, and I mean this this is all just this is all point of view. Please do not use this as slander or something. This is just my point of view, but it feels like they're just resting in their laurels. And if that's if that's what they're choosing to do, then that's their choice. But they have to understand that we're allowed to be annoyed about it. Because a $70 game, that's a lot of money. Why should I put in $70 for a town with graphics that I could have seen on PlayStation 2? When Arceus even had better graphics than the latest game, that's a bad sign. It's kind of like you like, and the weird thing is there's parts of their franchise that are doing so well, like that Netflix show is awesome. And I really want to watch it. I keep forgetting to. Or not forget to. I just haven't had time to resubscribe to Netflix. But when I do, that's going to be the first show I watch. Because it looks gorgeous. The Concierge, yeah, that one. It looks great. More of that. I mean, they have artists on their staff that can do claymation. Why not make a claymated short or something? Or just make a small game that has maybe like 50 of the Pokemon in it, and then just like do something different with it. Like do like a do like a game where you play as at a resort or something, or a game where like kind of like Pokemon Snap, but with make one where it's like another Pokemon Draw, because we haven't had one of those in a while. And now we have with the Switch, you can use a mouse, so why not make a Pokemon Draw for the Switch? These are all free ideas, Game Freak. I just want something new. No one should have to pay $70 for something they've played 8 times before. And I shouldn't even have to say that. Like, it would be so much better if they just honestly went back to like making the games look like they did on the Game Boy. Just do that kind of look for them. And then, because like I see so many people doing Nuzlocke, and they go back and play the old games, and so many people watch them, and it's like, guys, you had a winning formula. You don't need to go and reinvent the wheel. Just go back to what you were good at, and we'll play it. And we'll enjoy it a lot more. Because like I said, with Tecmo Koei, some people give them a tough time for like sticking to a specific look for their old games, but I'm playing the old ones because they're more fun. So, yeah. Maybe look into that, guys. Same with Final Fantasy. Like, I don't think I'm gonna play 16. Not for a while, anyway. It only recently came to the PC, but I'm not in a hurry. Because I just haven't heard as many very good reviews of it as I have from the old games, which are also available on the PC now, and I'd rather go back and play the old games than a new game that's kind of mid. Or have you played 16 yet? Because it's a lot of money. It costs a lot, and if a game's going to cost that much, I want it to make me feel something at least, other than a loss of money. So. Oh, and the other bit of news that I was kind of excited about, but I'm still, like, reining it back because it was only, like, half news, was the announcement of Silksong confirming that they're really going to push for this year being the release date for their game. Which good on them. I mean, I'm not going to hold it against them if they don't make that date, because I've waited this long, but if they can pull it off, my hat's off to them. Because Hornet is awesome. Yeah, true. Wait, which game are we talking about with the confusing story? Sorry, I just went off on like 5 other games. Are we talking about Pokemon stories? Oh, 16. Yeah, sorry. I forgot what we... That's not me. I'm tired. Yeah. I heard it is kind of confusing. And that's kind of what made me not rush into it. Was that everyone kept being like, oh, it's... I mean, 15 was kind of confusing, too. It took me sitting there for a moment and having to think through it and being like, oh, okay, this is what they mean by this. Kind of like, what's going on. I think the only part of 15 that really confused me was when oh gosh, I forget his name, but the antagonist in it, when he goes off on this whole like villain speech when at a certain point near the end, and he makes a big revelation, and I'm like, was I supposed to read the books? Oh no, I was fishing. I was too busy fishing. I didn't read the books, buddy. I'm sorry. I know your face was all over those books, but I didn't read a single one. I played some of the DLC. I didn't play his part of the DLC, which probably would help me. And I know they made an animated short for it. Like, they made a season, like a few episodes to explain his background. Because, like, it was such a, like, rant, like a... it deflated that scene so quick for me because I was just like, I had that like Justice League like Lex Luthor being like, oh boy, I get to find out the secret identity of a superhero, and he takes off the Flash's mask and he's like, I don't know who this is. That was me with the bad guy in Final Fantasy 15, where I'm like, buddy, sorry, well, I don't know what any of this means. And it almost bothered me that the main character knew what he meant when I didn't. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I feel like the jerk here. I was sleeping in class. Sorry, guys. To be fair, I did catch the biggest fish in the game, which I think is a bigger achievement than reading those books. Well, I mean, kinda. Apparently not, because I couldn't do it, so I guess maybe I did the second biggest achievement in the game. I guess I just miss characters like Auron or like heck, even Squall. Like as much of a like emo boy as he was, at least he had a personality. And oh my gosh. Cecil from was he in? Which one was Cecil in? Was he in 4 or was he in 2? Because 2 of them feel very similar to me. Because yeah, the one who started the game as the Black Knight, I think that was 4. But I really liked his character. I hated that boss fight though. When you fight the Black Knight, that was such a hard fight. I think I had to try that fight like at least like a few times to get it to work, because like every time I tried he would just wreck me. I'm so, it's funny because I think I had been spoiled by more recent games where like usually when you fight your Dark Reflection, that is 2. Okay, it is 2. Oh wow, the graphics really went up fast in those games then. Wait, I thought oh no, that was 3. I'm sorry. 3 is the one with the job system. Yeah. Cause yeah, like I was so used to older like other games that were where they're like, okay, it's early in the game, you're gonna just fight yourself, but you're gonna win, of course, because this is a story about you. And I'm like, because you're the hero. And in that game, they're like, haha, you wish, buddy. You were strong. You're a nobody now. You have to work. You have to crawl, worm. But 6 had such a crazy story. Like, you start the game off in like a power suit with with one of the main characters, and you're playing as Ceres, and Biggs and Wedge are with you because of course they are, because Biggs and Wedge were like, I think I missed them too. I wish they'd bring those two back. Biggs and Wedge used to be a big part of the games. because they were in 2. I believe they were in 4. They were in 6. They were in 7. They were in 8. I think they might have been in 9. And maybe in 10. But I can't remember. I think that's as far as they went. Unless you remember them. Were they in 15? I can't remember. I don't think they were in 15. Yeah, right. I think they kind of had to stop using them. I think the biggest reason I didn't get 6. I came so close to getting 16 or wanting 16, but then I don't know what stopped me. I think maybe it was just because it was on. It just hit me at a time when I was busy with other things, and then like by the time I did want it, it was too late, and I was involved in other like reading different stories and working on other things, and I don't know. It just kind of. I'm sure I'll get to it eventually. I think, like we said, part of it was like the whole like everyone saying it was a bit confusing, kind of pushing me away from it, and like some of the reviews I heard of like some of the characters and kind of scared me away a little, but doesn't mean I won't play it. I'm sure there'll be a Square Enix sale in the future, and I'll. There was one recently, but I just didn't feel like picking it up then because it was only like a little bit off. So I'm gonna wait till the price on it drops a little bit more, and then I'll get it because then it'll be worth it. Was there anything in the Nintendo Direct that you thought was pretty interesting? Like, I think Witchbrook looks really good. I'm really excited for that. Whoops. Why did I do that? Sorry. I shrunk. I shrunk. There. Yeah. The Witchbrook looks cool, but only because I've wanted that game forever. Like they talked about that before Haunted Chocolatier. So I'm excited to see how that's going to come out. Because I've been looking for a cool like wizarding lore kind of game, and that when I saw, even back when I saw it in its early editions of like just like a few screenshots, I was excited with that. So now that I've seen like some of the customization and the pixel art and like the architecture, it just looks so fun. Like and I love that it's like a mix of it's modern fantasy, so you can like have a house in the and it's not stuck to the like it's more like kind of similar to Stardew in that like there's no like caste system, which was the one thing I never understood in the I mean, I understood to a degree, but I never understood totally why all wizards in Harry Potter didn't like or didn't want to help the general public. I understood why the noble people, the people of like pure-blooded class, had an issue, but I mean, if you're just like a regular like student there, why do you care what they think? Like, what sway do they? I never understood what their like hold on the other students ever was. Because I would be like, I can cast all these cool spells. I'm gonna go off into the human world and just dazzle people and show them my abilities, and help them out. Maybe become a superhero. And they're like, nah. It's like, but why? Why not? And in this game, you can do that. You can just be like, I'm going to be flying around town on my broom, looking cool. Just maybe I'll be like that. I wish that I hope there's different ways to ride the broom too, because I want to ride it like a surfboard, like that girl from Magical Academy. I mean, what? No, what's that called? It's something like that, right? Magical Girl Academy or something like that, or oh gosh, my brain. The Studio Trigger series about the girls that they go to a magical academy and they learn about all this stuff, and like it had really good animation. I forget what. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I think, right? Please help me, help. He's going down. Save him. Okay, good. Phew. I'm like, oh gosh, she doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm in trouble. It is interesting how Trigger did so many like series, like they were never afraid to like step into other like studios and like offer help, which I was surprised by how like they did work for Rebecca Sugar, which I thought was really cool. That's a fun statement. I know a lot of too much. It's like the opposite of that. The spy who knew too much. It's the the writer that knew too much. I did think it was kind of cool that they had a FromSoft game that was made specially just for the Switch. I wonder if that means that they're going to also have a game that's just for the PlayStation or just for the PC. Like that would be kind of cool if they made like exclusives in that kind of way. Kind of like how they used to do like different Soul Calibur characters in different games. Maybe they'll make different. I don't know what they would. Honestly, I just want Bloodborne for the PC. That's all I ask from software. Please let me play it again. I miss it. I don't want to. I mean, I have my Xbox, but it's in storage right now, and I don't want to have to take it out. It's just one more distraction. And part of me wants to replay the whole game because I beat the game. So I kind of want to go back and play it all over again with a new character and like maybe get to play with like you and Blue or something would be really fun. Like, because some of those boss fights are just like so epic. Like Ebrietes was a pretty cool fight. Oh gosh, what was the name of that thing? There's like this creature that like has 4 arms, and halfway through the fight it pulls off 2 of its arms and starts beating you with them. So and then when it starts to lose after that, it lights them on fire. So it's a scary fight. And that's not even the scariest. Because then you have like Lady Maria, like the head huntress, who's like taking a nap, and then you walk in and wake her up, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm going to beat the stuffing out of you because I'm hangry. You woke me up, and I'm mad that you're here." Now she doesn't say that, but I imagine that'd be pretty funny if she was just like, "I hangy." I'm like, "I got you a taco. I swear, don't beat me up. It's a breakfast burrito. Please, I just want your swords." I swear, I'm cool. It's kind of like how in was that, I think that was in yeah, I think that was Dark Souls. I can't remember if that was in 3 or if that was in 1. I think it was 1 actually. There's this one character who's like the From Software community's not gonna let me hear the end of this, but I forget her name, but she's like this dragon girl. And like when you go and meet her, she's pretty much just like, "It's peaceful here. Why are you disturbing things?" And I think you have the option of not fighting her even, because she's kind of like one of those optional bosses. Because if you do fight her, she turns invisible and starts beating the stuffing out of you. But I wish it'd be in a like text-based game. I would have been like, second option, "Honey, go look out the door. Does that look friendly to you?" Do those things? I mean, half of them I took out, but do they look friendly? I don't think so. You need new friends. Like me. And this is my pitch for the From Software dating game. Fight the dragon or date it? Let me think. I'm gonna have to ponder this one. Especially with my guy being half dragon already, I'm like, yeah. There was a funny I can't remember if it was even from the studio, but I saw a funny bit about like how someone was there was an announcement, a fake announcement for Pale World where they were gonna make a dating sim. I'm like, oh no. It's like, guys, come on. There's enough of this with with people with Pokemon things, like doing those joke streams. The SMP streams. I have been watching a bunch of Repo, and I really would like to play that sometime with you in Blue. So I'm sure you've seen it, but there is a text to a text to chat instant kind of feature. So yeah, and it just it's really well made game, and it's only getting better because now they have mods for it. So like I saw one where they were all like Dragon Ball Z character. They were wearing like stuff from that, and I'm pretty sure eventually they're gonna have other cartoons. Like, I'm shocked there's not a Nickelodeon one yet. I'll have to look for that. I'm curious if there already is one. Like a. Oh, you. You you have you've seen those mods? Whoops. Yeah. I've seen mostly just people playing with the regular models, so I haven't seen too much of anything else. But I'm sure there's other things coming soon if they're not already out. Like, because it's pretty. I mean, it seems like it would be pretty easy to make it like anything you want for that game. Like, they're very simple models. I'm gonna check something because I have an embarrassing bit. I have to admit I haven't recognized any of these. I think I think these are Final Fantasy VII inspired because I don't recognize any of these. That's why they're okay to play. I thought they were covers, but then I'm like, no, I don't recognize these at all. Yeah, I like them. They still have a nice sound to them, so I don't mind. It's just now I feel better about not knowing them. I'll be right back. I just gotta get some water. Yeah. Wait, this is... I know this song. This was on my playlist for fantasy. I've heard this song so many times I know it by heart. So we were right. It is just like a... It's just like a fan-made list, which is fine. I'm glad I didn't lose some of those songs because I liked some of these. So... Oops. I think that was the main big news from that whole thing. Because I mean, don't get me. I'm really excited for Silk Song though. That was. Because Hornet's such a cool character. Kind of like it's. It's funny how like there's certain characters who even if they don't, she's kind of like that Link thing to her where she doesn't say much, but except for her attacks, that's all she has is her dialogue. That and like I think she laughs one time or something. But other than that, she's just really like it's all just like yeah, it's just her attacks. Other than that, so Inari, yeah. And it's funny how attached you get to her, and when that if you get the bad ending, you feel so terrible. It's like, oh no, what have I done to her? Oh. Like if she gets stuck in there with you, you're like, oh, I'm the worst. I mean, I went through that whole castle just so I wouldn't get that ending. She better be grateful. I lost a lot of sanity in that castle. I wonder if the bees are going to be a part of her story as well, but maybe a bigger part. Because they were kind of like a nothing part of the original story. They're just a place you go to their place and it's already in disarray. But it hasn't been affected by the hive mind. It's just kind of like their society fell apart for other reasons. And you find their queen, like you find her, she's already like fallen. So like they lost her a while ago. I can't remember if they even say like what might have happened to her. I think they kind of maybe like during the power struggle. I think something might have happened to her. I can't recall if they actually say explicitly what happened. Because I don't think they're not affected by the dream. Because they're just violent without their queen for some reason, but they're not being controlled by the fungus or anything like that. Hello! We were just talking about Hollow Knight because Silk Song was announced during the Nintendo Direct. And I was talking about the bees. The bees! With their weird morphing abilities. And we were saying how I don't believe they were affected by the hive mind, but their society definitely crumbled. So I was saying I wonder if they're going to show up again in Silk Song. Or maybe like a different clan of them that's more organized. I just like games like that with a lot of lore, so, and since I'm drawing my lore for my character right now, I thought that was fun to talk about. Lore. One of these days I have to try Elden Ring myself. Yeah, no, yeah. Tell me about it. Silksong, like, we were saying how it's so funny that a character who, like, had no dialogue is so beloved by the internet. Like, she's like the Link. She's like female Link, essentially. Like, which there already is a female Link, because she's in the first Hyrule Warriors game. But Linkle. But she's like legitimate female Link because she's loved, even though most of her dialogue is just her yelling attacks. And I think other than that, I think she has a laugh. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing the bees again, or I wouldn't mind seeing bees that act differently, but maybe have some of the similar abilities. Or maybe even like what if there was like killer bees or something that in Silksong or something like that, or like carpenter bees. Well, there technically was carpenter bees because there was that big one. But carpenter bees would actually be interesting because then you would have then you would have a level for where she could be running around inside of like rotten wood or something, and there's the bees are in there, and that'd be kind of cool. Instead of it being a giant honeycomb, it'd be like, or there's those bees that like. Honestly, there was no spoilers because it was just reused footage. So you wouldn't have seen anything new. But there are bees that like eat meat, and they use them. They make their hives out of it too, which is super creepy. But that would be so like Dark Souls-esque to have like an entire like hive just made out of like consumed prey. It could be like another version of like the spider level, but make it the bees instead are just carnivorous. And then, like, other creatures, other insects that weren't really used that much, that would be kind of cool, would be things like, there's, like, African crickets. Like, I think there were a few crickets in the game, though, weren't there? Maybe, were there? I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, that would. But, like, the African crickets are like, hardcore. Or, like, if you want to go more generic, just, not generic, but just more universal, dragonflies, in general, are just crazy. Because they had mantises, and some of them had wings, but I don't remember there being too many. I know there were dragonflies in the background, but I don't remember fighting any, really. And dragonflies would be so scary to fight as a boss because they're so versatile, and their agility is like they have the high. I think they're like They're listed as one of the highest like success rates of a predator, I believe. Like their hunting is just like they've refined it to like a perfect science over their lifespan. Yeah, you're right. They would avoid that. Yeah, like a boss that just could like maneuver all around you would be really rough. Although Hornet is based around all around lunging, so that would be kind of fun for a fight with her because she's kind of more of like a Ninja Gaiden kind of character where she's more about like zwinging through people. So like even if they are versatile enough to dodge, she could find ways to connect to them better than the Hollow Knight could. Or the not the Hollow Knight, the well, I guess by the end he was technically the Hollow Knight, but little guy you played in the first one. Like he would have more difficulty than she would. But it would still be difficult enough to be fun though, I'd say. But like katydids too as well would be pretty cool because like they have a cute name, but they're vicious. Like they're up there with mantises on like just how like how nasty they are, how quick they are at taking out their prey. Yeah. Well, it'll be fast, and I've seen some of the elements in the game, and it seems very fast paced. I won't spoil it, but there's a lot of fast paced mechanics in it, from what I've seen. Which could be fun, but it might be kind of difficult to get used to. Yeah. I do want to know more about her lore, though. Like, I'm so curious to see how they explain some of her backstory, because like she was kind of a mystery in the Hollow Knight game. Are those birds? Yeah, oh, that is a bird brush. That's funny. I didn't realize that was what that was. I was also saying how like during the direct they had a FromSoft game that was just for the Switch, and I was saying how it'd be nice if to compensate the rest of the other, at least the PC users, they should release Bloodborne for the PC. Because we deserve it. I mean, I've already played it because I did have it for the PS2, but or in the PS4, but people who have PCs should be allowed to play it. Like all the Dark Souls games are available for PC except Bloodborne, which is, I know it's not a Dark Souls game, but it's from their studio, so. I just want to laugh at PC users when they realize how hard it is to fight the Bloodstar Beast. Come on, can't you give that to me? I beat the game. So I know, and I listened to Mossbag's his lore video, so I know pretty much. I know a lot. I don't know if there might be things I missed, but you wouldn't be giving away huge spoilers for me. So fire away if you want. I don't mind. So I love learning about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like those videos. Those videos are really good. Like, Mossbag has like that really like. They're kind of like those ones that oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name. I'm forgetting his name right now. But the guy who did the Dark Souls ones, uh, Vati, or yeah, something like that. Vash, you know what I mean. He has like a yeah. Anyway, someone did someone did ones for Mossbag did those for the Hollow Knight games, and they helped me understand a lot of that stuff, because like the whole thing with like how the what's it called, the sentient moth being, like the perfect being, works was a bit confusing to me until I had it explained to me, and I was like, oh, okay, now I kind of get it. 'Cause before then I was just like, I have no idea why I'm fighting this thing or what it is, but it's doing bad things to these insects, so I guess that makes it the bad guy. Yeah, or at least maybe a mention. Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be a mention of any other worms in the new settlement for in Silk Song, or if their entire culture is just so far removed from all that. Like if they found a way, if their settlement was just built 100% separate from that, and they didn't have to work, they didn't need any help. Because of the silk or something, or like. Yeah, there's so much about them that we know really nothing about them yet. Like, so it's gonna be so exciting to learn all about that culture, just like it was the first time playing through Hollow Knight with like the fall of their civilization. Because I'm curious to see even if this one really fell, or if it's just like in a different era, or if it's being run by someone that for some reason wants Hornet. Because they haven't really given away anything about like why she was captured at the beginning of the game, or any of that kind of stuff. Like, so I'm really curious to see like why did they want her? Is it because of her connection with her mother? Or is it something else? Or like they know about her fighting the Hollow Knight? There's just so many things we don't know, and I'm just so curious to see how they're going to answer all this stuff. But honestly, I don't think there's a way where they could disappoint me, really. Because any answers would be good at this point. Yeah, I've seen some of the bosses too. I don't know if you saw like even the early stuff, but all the character design looks great from what I've seen so far. So like I'm only like everything I've seen of the creatures and the boss fights all look really well designed. So well, that'll be exciting. And some of the mechanics were hinted at. Oh, I think it's going to be. I think they even said a while ago. that it's at least as long, if not longer than, or it's. I believe they might have said it was bigger, but I can't remember. I could have sworn they said it was bigger than the Silksong map. I mean, than the Hollow Knight map. Okay, this is the first Final Fantasy song I've recognized. And Eevee, that wakes up Eevee. She's like, I know this one. Both our ears, I can just see your cartoon ears. Like the robot ears went. Or that part of that song, anyway. We're just commenting on it because I had to switch to a different media player for my streams. Because my old one kind of, yeah. It apparently, I'm not sure if it, I think it got kind of like incorporated into another app. So I can't use it now because they're like, oh, guess what? You have the privilege of using this other app that's like $50 a month. And I'm like, that's okay. And they're like, but that's all, there's no choice here. I'm like, what the other is, I just won't use the app. There's my choice. Bye. Because it kept confusing me because I thought it was like even at the beginning of this stream, I was trying to get it to work, and then finally I was like, I don't think they're asking. I think they're telling me that I have to have this subscription. And I'm like, well, then I'm not using their software if they're gonna make me use it. It's like, that's not cool. That's dirty marketing. Guys, I want more battle music. Where's my battle music? Or at least give me some Chocobo music, guys. Come on. Chocobo music. I do it myself, but I'm scared that the minute I like open my mouth, like this video is gonna get cut by YouTube. It's like, oh, that's too close. It's like, by whose standard? Vocalist, I am not. This is coming along good. I'm really liking this. Save this. Let's see, because the other one is oops. Nope, that was my warm up. Yeah, this guy. This is my other lore painting that I'm working on. It's him unleashing wrath on all these dark spirits. Like he's just duking it out with them. In the night. So it's like daytime, nighttime. Thinking of a third one, like I'm thinking something. Maybe I'll rough one out just for fun. Because I had a thought for one where he's maybe he's studying in his library or like the makeshift one he gets from a friend he makes, which is like maybe like this one dragon he meets that's also interested in finding out more lore about this creature that stole his name, because it's a threat to a lot more than just him. I'm trying to think if I should draw it as a human or if I should make it a dragon, because I'll make it a dragon. Yeah, that's kind of why I want to make a medium one where it's more just like one's really exciting and one's really like hopeful, and this one could be like more relaxed, like it's just him just chilling out. Just, I mean, I kind of already have another relaxed one, which is the one where he's in the studio. This one, one sec, do. But this was going to be my loading screen, so. Cool. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, I'm thinking of like kind of like a gold dragon kind of character, or some, or just like this like ancient dragon kind of. Yeah, no, I like that too. I kind of like the idea of like this like kind of like the owl in Last Airbender. Yeah, they're both studying. This is like and maybe my character know my character knows there's the possibility that this guy's might be using him, but he feels like in the long run game of this, it's far more beneficial to have this person than the risk that he's might become a threat in the future. Do, 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 do. But yeah, just kind of cool to have like more of his lore where he's kind of just because it can't all be all. If he explores all the time, he's only going to put himself 100% at risk all the time. So there's going to be times in his journey where he has to like backtrack and go to this guy's place and be safe for a while and recollect and like plan out the next steps of his what he's going to do. I mean, he's dealing with this like creature from possibly another dimension. He's not even sure where, if it's from Tir Nanog or if it's from one of the other realms, or if it's from like, or if the demon. He's not sure what it is. Because him turning into a fae isn't. It's more related to him being trapped, so it has nothing to do with him losing his name. Yeah, imagine he just has this like giant library that's just like multiple desks to study at, and then just like these huge bookshelves. They're just like they go back like miles. Because it's a giant beast, so it would maybe not miles, but you know what I mean. They're huge, and maybe they're even on those rollers. So like in between them, they can like crunch. They can like some of them are next to each other. Like remember at the university I went to, I only went into this area once in my entire time at that college, but like for the other majors there was this entire area where like you could go into this place where like there was there were like these bookshelves that were just like they could be taken up, that were like stick together, and you had to like go to the side of them and pull them apart. I'm just trying to make like a full like scene here, kind of. Although he wouldn't need that. It would probably just be a. I'll figure it out. I mean, it's a shape-shifting dragon, so it can be any size it wants. So I might even we'll see. I might make it have a human form, like a shadow of a human form, maybe. But we'll see. I might actually just keep it this way, and maybe it can go like it can go into like an incorporeal kind of state where it can like shift between the bookshelves easier and grab things. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make the book small that it's holding, just to show how like it can handle. Despite its size, it can be really gentle. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Because I don't. The one thing I always wanted to make sure I wasn't doing with this character is turning him into a shonen character. Like everything about him is about like based around the whole like knowledge is power, and like knowing something's name will give it you strength over it. Kind of like the in Tales of Earthsea, or in or to a lesser, I guess in Name of the Wind too. Like knowing the true name of the wind is what gave him strength. His mastery over it. So like if he can learn the name of this creature, perhaps he could understand its weaknesses better, or like maybe if it is a demon, maybe be able to banish it to somewhere very unpleasant. What if thought I had is what if he's it speaks to him telepathically, and it's while it's reading, maybe switch hands, and it's conjuring up images to show him of creatures that it knows about through its research while he was gone. Or like maybe like its knowledge of what he recently found out, so they can like help. It's so hard to draw something big holding something small. Like how should I have him holding this? Maybe even just like levitating the book, actually. Like, yeah, like it's absorbing his journals. Could be what's going on here. Like they're sharing information. Like he's going on these adventures and learning all about these new things, and it's gaining the knowledge as well. And in return, it's going to share some of its knowledge with him. Like it's letting him use its library in exchange for all these new beasts he's finding out in nature that it can add to new books. And and don't worry, Evie, I won't. This time, I won't draw every book. This time. I can show some restraint. I imagine everything here is also just written in Draconic, so it's helping him navigate this place so he doesn't get lost here. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave this. I'm not even going to do the bookshelves yet because I want to get the perspective figured out later. I'd rather not worry about that right now. I'll put in a rough estimate of where I want the grid to go, but I don't want that to become like the main point of this. Ooh, better idea. Yeah, maybe not. Well, I'll try it. You know what? I'm going to try it. If he's one for, like, gaining knowledge, he would absorb it. In the past drawings, the way he's absorbed it is by opening his mouth and just pulling it in. Like, it's usually how I've drawn him absorbing knowledge. But maybe what I'll do, that's one idea. Maybe instead It's feeding him. I don't know. I'm playing with different ideas. Feeding him thoughts, maybe, or or maybe it's just trying to think of how to show him like their beneficial relationship right now, and make them both look powerful in this moment. Like, I think this is, or maybe not powerful, but just like maybe I don't even need to worry about that. Maybe I can make another drawing for that. But I kind of like this smile because it's almost like they both have this like should one trust the other kind of moment. Like, but they're both just like they both realize just how beneficial one is to the other. So it's like, you know what, this will work out. It's like Dragon's like, sure, maybe he's crazy, but but he's beneficial. Can go places I can't. No one knows who my guy is, so he can slink around in the shadows easier and go unnoticed. Plus, he has no name, so it's at the moment, so it's a plus and a minus. Oh, he's not the dragon. The dragon's gonna be telekinetic, is using telekinesis. Their hands like below the book. I'm not gonna have them cracking the spine. They're actually just reading really fast. That's why the pages are like that. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make that more clear. Open their hand a little more. And since they're a dragon, why are they only reading one book? They're hyper intelligent creatures. They would read like, he's reading like at least 3 or 4 volumes at once. Or she. I'm not sure. I haven't decided on that yet. He or she. Honestly, maybe a she, because I was honestly thinking of a she when I was thinking of the voice. Kind of like but like maybe this being actually did something to her, to someone in her family, like one of her children was injured gravely by this creature, or is being held captive as like a way to control her. So, or him. I don't know. Still thinking about that, but in either case, yeah, like it's being controlled by this monster. So then, instead of complying, they're secretly allied with this guy, because the monster doesn't even really know that or care about him, really. He just took his name and went, okay, well, you're not going to live, you're not going to survive a week in this world, so I'm going to leave you alone. And if it weren't for the fact that he met all the wisps and other fairy folk, that probably would have been true. But they all helped him. Like his little buddy here, the little fire wisp. He's like, hello. Hi. I think like in the last few sessions I've kind of made this little guy into like I got a couple different ideas of what kind of fairy folk he is. He could be I'm thinking maybe it's probably a wisp. I mean not a wisp, a blue cap they're called. They're a type of spirit that lives in mines usually. And they're usually not dangerous at all. It's one of those things where like they can be their normal role is to save people. Actually, they guide them out of mines. But maybe this one instead found this guy wandering in the woods and decided to help him because it was already. Because originally it was going to be a will-o'-the-wisp, but they're more notorious for like they're known more for wanting to feed off things. So I didn't think that would be that wouldn't be a very good ally, unless maybe if it was that, maybe he doesn't care that it feeds off him because he's getting so powerful from all these things he's learning about. But I like the blue cap better anyway. It's a cute name for a creature anyway. So. Little blue cap. Little fire friend. Do 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 do. Do do do. Maybe the dragon's the one that gave him these new clothes too. I imagine, probably, because like pretty much everything he was wearing when he came there just got ripped to shreds over time of him hiking across the landscaping, eating like all the plants and everything. All the thorn bushes and whatnot he was going through ripped his clothes to shred, so he had to get new ones. Yeah. maybe even on top of that, the dragon's kind of helping him learn some more history about dragons because he sees a lot of the dragon sees a lot of like he wants to share his culture with this strange human creature, like because he sees like it sees a lot of potential with him with like his abilities possibly like becoming a more powerful caster and everything. Like, he knows it's going to be. It's even if they find the name of this being, it's not going to be like a. It's not like it's going to just like lie down and give up. It's going to. If anything, that'll be the most dangerous moment of all, is when it realizes that this guy's a threat. It's like, wait a minute, I thought I took care of you, and now you're back and you can get rid of me. This is bad. I don't like you anymore. I don't think his hands. Maybe his head's just down here. I think the hardest thing I've been having, though, is that I'm trying to figure out what this creature, like, even pretended it looked like to him. I keep playing around with the idea that it, like, when it met him, it pretended to be an elf. That makes the most sense to me, so I might go with that. And then is it, like, the minute it revealed but the minute it kind of, like, took his name, or found out his name, and like revealed that by learning his name it could steal it. It essentially just like changed into another form, but even that's not its real form. It changed into more like this like weird, creepy, like ethereal, moral looking thing is what I'm thinking. But I haven't decided entirely. I just like the idea of something like a sea creature kind of thing is what it turned into more like, because they can be creepy. Especially the deep sea ones. Maybe when it turned into the thing that kind of unsettles people even about my character is that like he absorbs information a lot like how it did. So maybe part of it somehow he got a part of it when it got his name, or like he's showing traits similar to its species. Which was just like a crazy, it might be a crazy coincidence or it might mean something else. Because like he has a whole bunch of different things mixed around in him. So they're not sure if it's like it imparted part of itself on him unintentionally, or if it was just blind luck that he randomly got a piece of it. Or a trait similar. Maybe he could even be something different, but just has a similar ability. But I was thinking like it could. It is. I was thinking it kind of maybe when it absorbs his. There's a couple of things I could do though. I could make it so it absorbs knowledge similar to him, or it could absorb things in a very different and even more sinister kind of way. Because the whole name thing, I mean, there's a couple different things that inspired that, but I'll be honest, the main thing was Spirited Away. Because yeah, I was thinking like, well, it could be something like, well, like in Spirited Away, it's just so like it's kind of creepy, just like how she can just make a legal document and then like instantly just have your name. Like she just pulls the letters off the page. And maybe with him, it's worse than that because he takes the memory of your name from your own mind directly. Instead of you just stop saying your name and over time you forget it, this creature maybe can just like instantly just like it just reaches into his head and pulls it out or something creepy like that. Like maybe it's like hand turns ethereal and instantly just pulls it right out of his head or out of his heart or something like that. Ah, my phone scared me. Quiet phone. Ugh. Yeah, the thought of just losing those kind of losing your name and your memories attached to that name, it's that seems pretty scary actually. That would be kind of interesting where it's like it and worse than amnesia because like he knows it's kind of this like eerie feeling that there's just like there's memories but he doesn't understand why he has some of them and he doesn't know which ones are real or which ones are dreams or like which ones. And he's worried that some of them might be even false. Which is why finding this guy, this creature, was a real lucky moment, because that meant like finally someone who could explain everything that's happening to him. It's like, why can't I remember these things and what is going on? Who am I? What is going on? And the scar over his eye he got afterwards too. Like that wasn't something that he got from the beast. It's another injury that he got on his journey. Okay, well, thanks for your company. I really appreciate having someone to talk to. I hoping to. I'll let you know if there's any updates on the. I've been working on my VTuber, so I'll let you know if there's any updates on that anytime soon. But right now, I got the eyes and the mouth done, so hopefully, I'll have that done fairly soon. But have a great night. How are we doing on time? Not bad. Might drop a little bit longer. But yeah, I just wanted to make like some kind of ally for this character. And I didn't want to Mary Sue my character either, though. Like I wasn't. That's why I'm like I kept going back and forth between it being a he and a she. I'm like, this isn't a love interest. I don't really know if I want to make. I don't know if I really want to make this a love interest kind of character, because that's kind of too Mary Sue-ish. Unless maybe it's like if it is a she, like maybe they gain a friendship or something, and then it turns into trust, kind of thing. Instead of it just being like the thing I hate in anime, where like someone meets someone and within like 5 minutes of meeting them, they just instantly love them, and it's like, buddy, we just met each other. remember that was like a funny joke in one of the early in one of the early seasons of Scrubs, where when he meets Jordan's younger sister, and she's like, "I'm really gonna miss you," and he's like, "Yeah, me too," and she's like, "Buddy, we just met." it's like chill out. It's like I was messing with you. Oops, that's not the right brush. Or not the right size for that, anyway. Maybe no. Well, I'm gonna try something else. It's just I keep trying to make this work, but it doesn't seem right for this moment. So we'll play around with it. I'll just do a closed mouth smile. I think might be better for this scene. Yeah, I think so. It's not the right mood for this scene for him to be. Unless. Unless. You know what? It could still just be a smile. They're kind of like having like a. Maybe he's chronicling his last adventure and just having fun explaining the whole thing to this his new ally. And his little buddy here's just sitting here, like happy to hear the story again. It's like, I was here too. I like this brush, but I'm. In fact, I like it enough to play around with some thumbnails while we're here. One thing I'm trying to decide on for the story is should it start in media res or should he kind of just like be like a few moments before everything fell apart, kind of like because the original version of this, I was going to have my character just walking through like the woods, sketching critters and whatnot, and then he steps into a fairy ring and doesn't even realize that he stepped into the fairy world until he meets the elf being who instantly realizes how clueless he is of how much danger he's in. Wait, oops, nope. I keep forgetting. I always do that. I always forget that I'm drawing from the wrong angle. I'm right-handed, so he wouldn't be holding the book in that hand. He'd be holding it in his left hand. This is the fun of doing it this way. I can just goof around and do. It's him. Just enjoying nature, walking through, just having a great day. Oops. Yeah, it's a quiet hike in the on a nature trail. Ooh, what if even like I could play around with different viewing angles, but like one I could try is from above, possibly even. It's so big he doesn't even see it. Like it's just around him and. Something kind of like that. Could be kind of a cool angle to try out. Because this is just an animatic. I don't have to. I can make these. These don't have to like link 100%. So that's one thought. Or one thing I had was, and I could always use this as the next shot actually even of him. Like he steps into the middle of this ring and these start to glow a little, like super faint. Like he doesn't even notice this. But there is like this like strange mist that is going to start to appear. And maybe he'll start to notice that. Maybe he's even just like. Go back to this shot of him. YouTube, if you I'm not risking it. I'm sure that's original, but I'm not risking it. Maybe even like I just had a shiver. more like. Like, what's going on? There's like this strange fog that's surrounding him. And he's not even looking, he doesn't quite notice even yet until maybe the last minute he sees them glowing. Maybe he doesn't even notice, actually. He's kind of freaking out. That would be the last place you'd think to look, kinda. I mean, he's looking at the ground, but he can't see them through the mist, so he's kind of just like feeling around in the. He'd kind of just be like. Feeling through the mist. Yeah, I think that's kind of a cool idea. Of like it's swallowed, it like almost like he gets like just enveloped by this like strange mist, and then when it's gonna clear, and then it'll be like a makeshift portal almost, where it like as it clears, it kind of just makes a portal that he unintentionally walks through. Kind of like. Maybe he runs. I'm trying to think. No. I think what happens is it finds him. Like it's behind this tree, like looking at him like, what the? It's like a human? Yeah. I think I'm gonna. Been 3 hours. I think we got a lot done today. I mean, I'm gonna do a little bit more on my own, but I think like even starting this and playing around with it is a good idea. Like doing it this way, because before I tried to use like my my storyboard templates, and honestly, that's good for when you have direction. But when you're on your own, writing as you go, it's better to be like this, where I can just cut and paste them around as I like. So I think I'm going to play around with this a little bit this weekend too, maybe. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Be on again tomorrow night, probably working on that other one again, or maybe actually getting around to some of the comic, because I said I was. Well, this is technically a comic in a way. It's an animatic is kind of like an. It wasn't a 100% lie. It was just things just changed as we went along with this. But yeah, I can just maybe work on this a little bit more tomorrow, and maybe some other things too. Like maybe I'll even start working on my background for my character when he's not in the corner. Maybe I'll do something kind of like what Blue did with the spaceship, but I'll have like the library. Yeah, maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. I'll work on the library. I'll get some references ready before stream, and I can work on that. So, yeah, I think so. Alright, well, have a great night. I'll see you possibly tomorrow, or we'll probably chat or something. Either way, so take care. And thanks to everyone who dropped by. I really appreciate the visit. And I'll be back on next Wednesday, so have a great weekend, everyone.